Hey everyone, and welcome to the channel. Today I'll be reviewing the amazing Yamaguchi Armored Titan from the series Attack on Titan. Now this is the second figure release that they've done from the Attack on Titan line, the first being the Titan Eren, and that was a pretty good figure, lacked a little bit in accessories, and its pre-order bonus face was a little bit annoying. Like, that should have been something that was included in the package, especially since was already a premium figure and already lacked a lot of accessories, so it just felt a little bit weird to have an alternate face locked behind that. It's a similar case with the Armored and Female Titans, although you do get alternate faces with the Armored Titan anyway. It's just a different alternate face, and the Female Titan, it is somewhat important, but I don't think it's as vital as the Eren one. But today we're looking at the Armored Titan. It is a mostly different figure. It does share a lot in common in terms of the structure of the figurine, as is the case with most amazing Yamaguchi figures, but the actual aesthetic and everything like that is a bit different, and some of the accessories, like I said, are different, and they do result in a different feeling and in some ways better feeling figure. So taken out of the box, here's what the Armored Titan comes with, and it's a small loadout, similar to the Eren, like I said, but it is a slightly better one, and that's pretty much just because it has one alternate face. Just having options is pretty important with figures, especially if it's an expression of like shouting or anger or something like that. It just really does help, because like the base Eren just had one expression, and that one kind of sucks. Whereas the Armored Titan at least has a little bit of variety. But it is a similar loadout of having the figure itself, one alternate head, as well as several different hands. It also comes with a stand and a replacement wrist peg in case you break anything. And that's it, very simple loadout, but like I said, just a tiny bit better than Eren because it comes with an alternate face. Otherwise, it's everything that you would need for the Titan. While I do think they could have and probably should have included effect parts like they do with a lot of other amazing Yamaguchi figures, similar to the One Punch Man, I think you could have done like clear bursting style effects that clip onto things, just because those are very general and work with just about anything, and the way that a lot of Yamaguchi figures are, you would probably end up using those effect parts. But that's neither here nor there, they didn't include them, and it is a bit of a shame. But taken out of the box and put on a display, here is the Armored Titan, and he looks absolutely fantastic. I do prefer the look of the Armored Titan over the Attack Titan, just because there's a lot more going on visually, a lot more colors, a lot more sharper lines, and just generally broken up by a cool looking armor. And it really does like highlight a lot of the musculature and the over-exaggerated style of both the Armored Titan and the Yamaguchi style, which is like somewhat exaggerated proportions or looks of characters for the Attack on Titan line, mostly in line with how they normally look, but a lot of Yamaguchi figures do tend to exaggerate things. But the Armored Titan's design works really, really well for that. All of the details pop really, really nicely, and I think it is just way more visually distinct over the Attack Titan. It also does serve to hide some of the joints a little bit better, just because of the way that the musculature and the armor is broken up, so it works quite well like that. Now, for size comparison, here he is next to the Attack Titan, as well as the Female Titan, so you can see how they all stack up against each other. It is nice to see that the Armored Titan is just a tiny bit taller than Eren, and you can see that the chest is completely different. There's some little subtleties here or there, so it's not exactly the same sculpt, but articulation is very similar, because that's something that is consistent across most Revoltech and Yamaguchi figures. And speaking of articulation, let's go through it now. So he's got a ball joint in the head and neck, can look up really far, which is nice, and look down pretty well. He's got some nice side to side, feels good. You can break the sculpt pretty easily though, that's sort of normal with Yamaguchi as well. The arms can butterfly in really nicely, and it is pretty seamless, especially on the back. Looks really good. Arms can cross over no problem. Arms can hinge up that far, rotate all the way around. There's an upper arm swivel, bend at the elbow, and it is on that sort of like ball joint-ish thing, so you can swivel the upper arm just a little bit. There is a ball hinge at the wrist. There's a ball joint in the chest, which allows for some good crunching and rotation. Really free movement here and feels great. There's also a ball joint at the waist, so it allows him to crunch super far, which is fantastic. And you can arc back a bit. It is a little bit gappy when you do that, but it's fine. You can also swivel at every ball joint. The legs can do the splits that far. Kick forward and back that far. There's a thigh swivel. Bend at the knees, as well as a calf rotation. There's a pivot, bend, and hinge at the ankle and toes. And that's all you need. All of the range of movement is fantastic. All of the joints feel really, really good. A lot of Yamaguchi figures that I've gotten lately, usually something's a little bit too tight or a little bit too loose, and joints pop off all the time. Not the case for the Armored Titan. Everything is perfect out of the box, so I'm very happy about the QC there. So really, really good. Absolutely fantastic feeling figure. For faces, we get a standard sort of neutral face. That's just the mouth part closed out of the box. Perfectly fine. Looks really, really good. As well as a mouth open shouting face, which is absolutely necessary for a figurine like this, and I'm really, really glad that they did it. The alternate pre-order face is a teeth gritted face, which is nice, but I don't think it's super, super necessary, which is probably what I prefer to see for the pre-order bonuses for these figures, where it's a nice accessory, but doesn't feel necessary. Like the Attack Titan had a shouting face, and that is kind of important. So I'm glad that the Armored Titan standard release is everything you need. Could have come with more accessories, sure, but the two faceplates are fine and the range of hands is good, although he does come with sort of like holding trigger style hands, which I have no idea what they're meant to be used for. Doesn't come with any accessory for it, and I saw no promo material really using these hands. It's kind of weird that he has them. He's got them, and I mean, you could probably chuck something in there, but like, it's weird. But with his accessories and incredible range of motion, you can get him into some absolutely fantastic poses. Really, really enjoyed playing around with this figure. Really felt great the whole way through. If you add on extra Tamashi effects or any sort of effect part set that you've got, you can add even more depth to this figure. And I'm really, really glad with how it turned out. Absolutely fantastic looking and feeling figurine. Absolutely the best Attack on Titan figure that they've done so far from the Yamaguchi line. Granted, it's only been 2, but it is nonetheless still an absolutely fantastic figure. Given the consistency between the Attack Titan, Armored Titan, Female Titan coming up soon, the Beast Titan, and any other Titans on the way, I am fairly confident that this entire line will be incredible. And Yamaguchi have been doing absolutely, well, Yamaguchi and Kyoto Revoltech have been doing absolutely fantastic stuff this year. It feels like it's the year of Kyoto, as well as like Storm Collectibles and Jada Toys, like any of those cheaper, really posable lines, as well as this hyper-articulated line. I feel like this is their year, whereas like some of the other brands aren't doing as well, because this is a premium figure for sure. It doesn't come with as many accessories, but all of the paintwork and detail is absolutely on point, whereas some other brands that have similar price points don't really put too much of a focus on paint or have a lack of paint in certain areas. They have it where it counts, but like this is a figure that's painted the whole way through pretty much, and looks and feels fantastic. Everything is good, and there's no worry about like paint chipping or anything like that. This is just like, it's the top of the line. At most could have come with more accessories, but otherwise it is pretty much perfect. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I hope you enjoyed that video, and I will see you all next time. Oh hi, I didn't see you there. As you can see, I'm hard at work making new videos for the channel. Now, while I'm happy with where the channel is right now, I could use your help. By liking, commenting, and subscribing to the channel, it helps out the YouTube algorithm and recommends my channel to more people. So if you like any of my videos, please let me know. It really helps out. And if you liked this one, please let me know too. It means a lot to me, and I really, really appreciate all of you guys.